Well, Namaskar, Pranam, welcome to class 10th English. First flight, the chapter is from the diary of Annie Frank. This is an autobiography which was written by Annie Frank, and in this chapter is just a small part which was extract from that particular autobiography or that particular diary. Okay, let's start. Let's have a introduction. Introduction is that this is a part of a diary of a young girl, or you can say the diary of Annie Frank. It is an autobiography which was first published in 1947. In this, Annie expresses her thought in a diary which was gifted by her father on her 13th birthday, and she also gave a name to that particular diary, and the name of the diary is a Kitty, and now Kitty becomes her best friends forever and forever. Let's talk about the summary of the chapter. Summary of the chapter is quite interesting. Here she expresses her feeling that what was her first thought when she got the diary, and what are the few events that she discussed in this chapter. Let's start. Let's know this. First is the summary. Summary in this chapter, in this lesson, Annie talks about being lonely. Being lonely in spite she was surrounded by her family members and the 30 other people who call her as a friend. And around 30 other people whom she called as a friend, but there was just a friend on a spoken or for the vocal person, hello, hi, bye, like that friends, not a best friend forever like a kitty. No, not here is not a kitty, he is present here. किटी का सीन बाद में आएगा, अभी हम किटी के पहले का सीन देख रहे हैं. ठीक है, चलो अब आगे बढ़ते हैं. Author feels quite strange because when she got the diary, and it becomes quite impossible that what kind of ideas she used to write in this. And after thinking few times, she thought that who will be going to read a young girl's diary in future. So she started sharing her feelings to that particular diary and start writing, and now she is quite happy with her new friend, and her new friend name is a kitty. The most important feeling that she mentioned that the paper has more capacity to absorb thoughts rather than the people who have a low patience level. Yeah, it is true. Even if I talk about myself, my patience level is also low. Sometimes, not every time, but in few moments or few times. Writer feels that the paper has more capacity to absorb the thoughts rather than the people who has a low potential level or a patience level. Okay, because आप किसी को कुछ कह दोगे, if you going to say something to anybody, then you will immediately in a very microsecond you will get a response. If you say something wrong to that particular person in any way, that particular person will also deliver you the same, that how you responded. So that means she is right that she says that the paper has more capacity than any other people. In this diary she refers her father as most lovable person who gifted this diary to her on her 13th birthday. Yeah, it is true for the girls that they are lovable by the father and boys are lovable by their mother. Okay, it is a natural thing that she expresses in her diary, and the chapter of the name and the diary name is a kitty, and it is an autobiography under the title From the Diary of Annie Frank, or a young girl diary, or diary of a sorry, or a diary of a young girl. Moving further, on June 20, 1942. Okay, there is an event of the result day, and that day was June 20, 1942. Even when I talk about my result in the school time, I get also nervous whether what kind of marks that I got in the Sanskrit, Hindi, SST, Math, Science, English, Art and Craft, General Knowledge, Value Education, etc. and etc. and etc. Many thoughts arising. May I get a 40 plus marks? May I get a 20 plus marks or 25 plus marks? The same situation was there, but they are afraid only of the one subject, that was a maths, because everything according to the author, that she has a very good tuning with all other teachers except their maths professor. This is a strong feeling of an author or a writer or any friend that quite of a class would not be able to pass the maths exam because most of them they have not participated in the activities. So maybe the teacher will reduce or deduct the marks. So that's the feeling that she shared with us. This is a natural feeling, natural thoughts that arise in every student's mind. Okay, now the next event is regarding their classrooms. Okay, Annie recalls the next event is that how the Annie irritates a maths professor while talking in the classroom. The maths teacher gave the punishment, and the punishment is that he gave a particular topic to write something on that particular topic. On the first topic, which she chatterbox, and she thought that it is quite weird topic that she got as a punishment by their maths professor. what you what you think? आप लोग क्या सोचते हो कि एनी ने वो काम करा होगा? वो एक सिंसियर गर्ल थी, शी वॉज अ सिंसियर गर्ल. सो वॉट शी डिड, yes, she completed that punishment in a very proper and a sincere manner. When she got a punishment of that particular topic, that a chatterbox, so what she did, she came home and she thought on that particular topic what kind of the things that she can write. She was just thinking, and she imagines about the topics and decided to present a concrete argument in support of a talking. Yeah, the most important that she cannot live without her talking. She writes that she will try to be better herself, but she cannot eliminate the talking completely. That means she will talk, but not as much she will going to talk that her talking can interrupt you while you are teaching, while you are in the classroom. She made a note so that both the both the condition, first condition is of the your professor, maths professor, and second condition of the Annie Frank. She tried to balance the both the arguments of both the conditions. And what happened? Let's see what happened next. When the note came to the professor, the professor finds its amazing reply by the Annie Frank to the professor, but the professor didn't stop at that particular point. He gave another topic to the Annie, but this time the Annie decided that whatever the topic he will be going to give him, whatever the topic that he will be giving to her, but she will not going to change her nature this time at any cost. When she did not decided to change herself, her professor, which professor, maths professor, what he did, he decided to look after her. What she's not look after her, not that means in a caring manner, but that means chasing her like a detective. He is just observing her activities, her nature, and he decided to give another topic according to that. This time the topic was quite interesting, that quack quack quack, said Mistress Chatterbox. Quack quack quack. This was the topic. Okay, that means how the duck used to do quack 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 quack. I'm not a duck. Basically, this time she is going to write a poem, not a story, on that particular notes that she was received by the professor, her maths professor. What she did, she writes a poem, and it is in a very satirically manner. When she gave that particular poem to the professor, when the maths professor recites the poem in the class, and what happened? After reciting the poem in the classroom in front of every student, After that, he was not able to say anything to the author, and the author Annie Frank was quite feeling amazing that she was now she is going to talk to each and everybody. No one will going to interrupt her in her talking. This was a complete summary of the story, and the story is quite amazing. That the first fact that her feelings regarding the diary on her 13th birthday, and given by her father, the event of June 20, 1942 on her result day, thoughts regarding the maths subjects, whether they're going to to score the good marks or bad marks, then the punishment given by the maths professor. That means she was being highly highlighted by the maths professor in very notorious manner. Okay, that means she was not a quiet person. She was very mischievous or naughty किस्म के कह सकते हैं ना. शी वॉज क्वाइट अ स्वीट नॉटीनेस. ओके, जिसकी शरारतें काफ़ी अच्छी भी लगती है, एंड मोस्ट ऑफ द थिंग शी लव्स टू टॉक without any kind of a full stop or punctuations. Okay, this was quite amazing story by the Annie Frank diary. Okay, now the conclusion that we can draw, that what I concluded in, okay, I'm just going to recite that. In this story we can conclude that a young student need to talk and feel joyous in order to stay mentally fit. Okay, you are not going to able to say a child keep quiet in your classrooms. Okay, that doesn't suits to any teacher. Okay, if I talk about my class completely enjoy while I'm going to teach them. Okay, because we are not going to teach them as a teacher, but my relation with my student is quite different rather than other teachers. I cannot say that their nature is quite different, but you can say that my nature is my nature and their nature is their nature. So with this conclusion, I just say thank you for watching this amazing video story. Okay, and please don't forget to share, like and comment, and subscribe. बहुत ज़्यादा ज़रूरी, subscribe is must. Okay.